Oh, thy king, the most high God gave never. Now this is going to be interesting here. I don't want to be too. Oh, thy king, the most high God. Now this is the message. This is the message. Daniel, 90 years old. Daniel is 90 years old. 90 years old. There'll always be a man of God creeping around in every generation. Oh, there'll always be one. You know, we ain't heard no gospel preaching. Yeah, but do you know brother so-and-so? You know Doc over there, he's 97. But if you call him, he'll come. There'll always be somebody. Daniel, 90 years old. Can you imagine this? Liquor flowing. Sniffing. Hoochie mamas. Shaking it. Baking it. Huh? Getting down. Huh? Debauchery. Nasty. And in walks Daniel, 90 years old. Don't even belong in there and doesn't even fit. In walks Daniel. I heard that you wanted me to interpret some writing that's on the wall. No, you keep your stuff. I'm 90 years old now. I don't need no gold chain. Gold chain ain't gonna help my case. But I have my hand in God's hand. And I will interpret what's on the wall. And then Daniel says, but before I get to the wall, I want to tell you about your daddy, Nebuchadnezzar. I want to talk about him before I get to the wall. What I have here is about 5 articles of impeachment. But before I read the articles of impeachment, which I shall get to shortly, but I want to tell you about your daddy. And the Bible says, Daniel started by saying, O thou king, the most high God gave Nebuchadnezzar thy father a kingdom and majesty and glory and honor. He said, you remember that, Belshazzar? You remember how God gave your daddy all this stuff? And then the next verse says, and for the majesty that he gave him, all people, nation, and language trembled and feared before him, whom he would slew, and whom he would he kept alive, and whom he would he set up, and whom he would he put down. Belshazzar, your daddy had power. Your daddy had the power to kill a man or release a man. It didn't matter whether one was innocent and the other one was guilty. It doesn't matter, nor did it matter if both of them was innocent. He had the power to kill and to release. He was a powerful man, Belshazzar. And then the next verse says, but I'm just reminding you of your daddy. I'll get to you in a minute. But when his heart was lifted up and his mind hardened in pride, he was deposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory. Talking about your daddy. And the next verse says, and he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beast, and his dwelling was with the wild asses. They fed him with grass like an oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till he knew that the Most High God ruled. Here's what happened to your daddy. Your daddy had power. Your daddy could do anything he wanted to. Nation trembled at his word. But your daddy lifted up his heart against God. I'm talking about your daddy. I know you called me here to do that wall thing, but I'm going to get to that wall thing here in just a minute. But your daddy lifted up his heart against God. And you know what God did to him, Belshazzar? God drove him out into the field with the dumb beast. God gave him a heart of a dumb beast, and therefore he ate grass like an ox until he embraced the first principle of religion, and that is the Most High God rules. He ate grass like an ox. He lived with the asses. He thought he was a jackass. And I kept him that way until he admitted that it was not him that ruled, but it was the Most High God. And then give me the next verse. And then Daniel said, and thou his son Belshazzar has not, and now I'm going to get to you. He says now, and thou his son Belshazzar had not humbled that heart through that, though thou know these things. Let me just say this to my kids. Listen, kids. Belshazzar, this old prophet, said, you have not humbled yourself. And you know this. You saw your daddy do this. You saw your daddy come all the way down and eat grass like an ox and live with the jackass. You saw that. And even though you saw it, you didn't humble yourself. You didn't change, even though you saw it. Here's what I'm saying to you. Here's the application here. You may live with a daddy that drinks. You may live with a mama that's on drugs. You may live with in a dysfunctional family. But you don't have to do that. That's what this old man's saying. What old man saying? Don't come there. Well, my daddy was mean, and I'm just mean like my daddy. I mean, my daddy was quick, man. He had a quick temper, man, and I'm just like him. Well, if his quick temper got him in trouble, then you need to learn from that. You need to learn that quick temper may not be kosher. Your brother is in jail. Your mama is in jail. Your dad is in jail. Now you see, they can't get out. Some in there for life. Your buddy in jail, being raped every Saturday night. What have you learned? The guy you went to school with, you grew up together. You just got word that the cops shot him in the back 10 times. He was robbing a 7-Eleven. What have you learned? Huh? What have you learned?